What's up, guy?
Right, guy
What's going on?
was goody.
I think we should probably start this one off with
Hell yeah. I
Mikey
had to
Vrabel, baby.
facts.
Holy shit, what
I,
a day.
I had to throw the shiesty on for this one.
I was trying to find this. I had a couple others. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's throw on the OG Pats one. Yeah, man.
Anything with the flying Elvis.
Wow. I didn't expect all of that. I expected a few of them. But man, if you're a Patriots fan tonight and you aren't happy with what happened today, just revoke your fanhood. Like, just go away. Go root for
Yeah.
another team
This
because it's not in the cards for you to be a Patriots fan.
this this hasn't I think this is probably the most active the team has been
I
in
think ever.
two
Honestly, I think
ever.
it's ever because you just keep seeing updates and moves coming in one after the other, and I'm just like, I'm texting you, I'm texting everybody, just like, here we go, another one.
An
Here's another one. Here's another
agenda.
one.
An agenda. Like that's what I'm looking at it as, like a fucking full on agenda.
That's all you wanted to see is some effort, some just knowledge that you need to change almost everything besides a few positions. You need to add, you need to build for the future. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what Vrabel said he was going to do. That's exactly what a certain somebody said last year what they were going to do. And they failed miserably, fell flat on their face. Now they're rolling. I
Super excited,
mean,
man. I mean, it's like what
you can't not be
the
giddy.
fact and even the whole NFL world, football world knows it. Like we've made the best moves, we've made the most moves, and everything is lining up for for the Patriots. Like Mike Vrabel's letting everybody know,
Mm-hmm.
like, yo,
We're back.
we're back.
We're here. Like, recognize that we're here. We're back, and we're coming for you. Like, and again, it's these moves. Yeah, earlier. Let's get this out of the way. My God, the first 20 minutes of free agency, I literally wanted to throw my phone out the fucking window because it
Facts.
was just. This is what honestly. Here you go. This is what it sounded like. Ready?
bunch of
Like all
bunch of
all
crybabies.
the group chats I was in, all the messages I was getting with, what the fuck are they doing? Who's it? They're not making moves. The Godwin re-signed. This one signed with Kansas City. This one signed with another team. Who the fuck is Spillane? I'm like, bro, this is why.
Those are
This is why.
the fans that those same fans that you know are the ones that are talking about, oh,
Oh,
Joe Milton is the greatest of all time.
oh.
The guys that still have this imaginary belief that Brady is coming back, Gronk is coming back, like those guys,
And
those people.
I love, you know me, I love Zoe. He's my guy. But even him earlier was absolutely insufferable on the radio, being like, "Whoa, what the hell?" Oh. It's like, dude, do you, Zoe especially, do you guys not understand football? New England, and again, we made moves, but like New England is not a destination for these top free agents right now. You
Even
have to pay out the ass, and I would rather them spend $104 million on a guy like Milton Williams, who we'll get into and how that happened, over a guy like Chris Godwin, who
absolutely,
could break at
absolutely.
any point.
So I guess the main thing to talk about as far as the Patriots
Run at
would
it.
be you you obviously know who Mike Vrabel is if you've been alive and watching the NFL over the past decade, right? Obviously, he's a defensive guy. He's a former fucking Super Bowl champion lineman.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're talking about this free agency this year and
Mm-hmm.
the Patriots moving forward. As I stated last night, we got the third easiest schedule of the entire NFL next year.
Mm-hmm.
Eight teams of which are at the bottom of free agency. So
Mm-hmm.
that means minimal to zero moves.
You just answered your question, by the way, Chris. That's the answer.
So when it comes to Vrabel in this offseason, in this free agency specifically, you got to understand, like, obviously, it seems as though Vrabel is in the mindset of either drafting Abdul Carter or trading back and trying to acquire more assets for the future and trying to draft one of the very great wide receivers that are in this draft on top of maybe one of the better linemen in this draft. We set the offensive moves that needed to be made in this free agency were solely to protect Drake May.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
We built through the trenches as far as offensive line and defensive line. The offensive line is not where it is going to be, but
because it's day one.
of course. And to protect Drake May and to stop the run on defense.
Mm-hmm.
That is what happened. The possible front eight for next season, acquiring Landry yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
acquiring Williams today. We got Anthony Jennings,
Mm-hmm.
Jawan Bentley's coming back.
People forget about Jawan Bentley.
We
I
got
didn't hear that name once today.
White, opposite of possibly Abdul Carter,
Mm-hmm.
and Spillane. Like,
people are like, whoa, who's that? Who's Spillane? I'm like,
people who don't watch football.
do you not watch football? Like, the guy is an absolute menace, ball hawk. Like, the dude goes wherever the ball is, he finds it, and he absolutely demolishes receivers that cut across the middle. The dude is a freak. He kind of reminds me of like a poor man's Clay Matthews.
Hell yeah.
Like, absolute dog. I can't wait to see him in a Patriots uniform. And it's like, it's because the name doesn't pop out and punch you in the face.
Course. People don't know. And everybody that, why would you pay $28 million is what the baseline that we could afford.
Yeah.
For Chris Godwin, who had a dislocated ankle and a torn ACL. He's been the number 2 guy. And
again, it goes back to what we said last night.
The number 2 guy, second to a first ballot Hall of Famer in Mike Evans, who possibly has one of the greatest he's on pace to have the second greatest career numbers wise as a wide receiver.
Yep.
And you're trying to force Chris Godwin in here?
He's not a number 1 receiver. He's never been a number 1 receiver. You can't do. People out there, Patriots fans and whoever else watching, do you not understand the concept? Do you not understand football? Number 2 wide receivers don't just step in and become number 1s. They are built to be number 2s.
Absolutely.
It's like, honestly, if you want to relate it to something else, it's like basketball with Kyrie. Kyrie is a good piece to set up with the number 1, like LeBron James. He's a good counterpiece. He can't lead a team.
Look, I mean,
that's what you're asking Godwin to do.
Obviously, he was second to Luka before Luka left, obviously, but
even
that's a great analogy.
But like, you can't. Godwin isn't leading because then you take Godwin away, right? So you double team Godwin, or you put some absolute freak cornerback on him out there. Take your pick. There goes your number 1 receiver that you just dropped so much money on, right?
Gone.
So now who do you throw to?
Gone. He's fucking erased. He's not making plays, being double teamed like Antonio Brown or Megatron or Julio Jones.
But Metcalf. But we could have got Metcalf and done that.
And paid him $150 million.
Right. So you don't get these other moves. This is what people don't understand. You throw a bag at Metcalf or Godwin to say, that takes away a lot of money for what they just did. You
Absolutely.
just shored up your defense. Your
Easy.
defense is top 5
For
now. I said it.
for
Top 5.
for multiple years to come.
Like you
Multiple
set your
years.
defense up to be an absolute like just a force. The defense is going to remind you of the 03, 04, and that early
The
stages
box,
of Belichick.
you can't run against us.
And gee, why? Why are they setting it up like this? Because your coach lived it. Your coach was the one that brought you this defensive minded, just oh, I can't. The words can't. I can't even spit them out because I got so much rage from earlier today, from all the shit that I read and heard from Patriots fans. It's like, who do you want? Who do you want out
And
there?
it's people make it seem like
I,
people like players were automatically going to come here.
right.
Like
Oh yeah, I'll
that
go to New England. They
we
got
have the
Drake May.
rights just because we have the money, we have the rights.
Thank you.
Like, bro, it's fucking. We've been disappointed every offseason for the past fucking 2 decades.
Just because you have millions and millions of dollars in cap space doesn't mean everybody's going to want to come here.
Mil-
What's the attraction for
Williams,
offensive players? Really, it's Drake.
Williams,
But who else?
he was literally gonna sign with
And
Carolina.
how
Why?
they pulled that
Yeah.
off, I have no idea.
The news broke that he was signing with
Mhm.
Carolina, right? Obviously, he's gonna get a
Yeah.
bag. He's gonna be down south. He's not gonna be in the cold. No,
Mhm.
we can give you more money, buddy. Smooth. Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Why would you go play with the shittiest organization in all of the
The
NFL? You
NFLPA
can
thing
go
doesn't help,
you can go to every single home game in
which I've done before.
Carolina for
Brian.
less than $100.
Hmm. Oh, you talk about down there.
You
Yeah.
can go
Yeah.
to every game for
You,
$100. Why would you want to play? It's like, come on, the attraction is here. Yeah, the Patriots sucked last year, but listen, buddy, the shit that we're about to do
mhm,
and compete,
mhm,
especially in this
mhm.
with this schedule coming up in this division,
Yeah.
it's like
And
it's a no-brainer,
and now
obviously.
you have Justin Fields in your
Facts.
division, so you play him twice.
You got
Win,
Mush Brain and
win,
fucking
win.
Tua,
Yeah. Ground beef down in Miami,
and now you
and you got your
paid,
competition
and the
in
Bills
Buffalo,
gave all of their money to
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen,
So
and
you
they
better
got
hope and pray he
and they got
continues.
and they got Joshua Palmer. Whoop de fucking do. I'm shaking in my boots. I'm
But
shaking in
the
my boots.
counter to that is, well, you got Mac Hollins. But
Who?
like
Yeah, we got somebody that can fucking catch. We got somebody in this
Buffalo's in a
locker
different
room
state.
that can
Buffalo's in a
catch.
different state than you are. Like they're built to win now. The Patriots aren't building to win now. They're building to win in the future. This is how you develop a football team. This is how you build a football team. Mike Vrabel is building an absolute beast of a football team.
Why rush and put all of your eggs into one
Why do
basket?
we have to overpay for somebody that takes one cut and he's gone, like Godwin, or pay for somebody like Metcalf that he's going to bitch and whine and moan that Drake isn't throwing him the ball?
And now you're a hypocrite because you know that you're going to be like, oh, we should have never signed him.
Oh yeah,
He's
the
worth too
minute
much. We
Godwin got
knew he
hurt,
was
gets
we
hurt.
knew he was injury prone. It's like, buddy, first of all, it's football, so it happens.
Right. So these guys,
But
his son
why
could get hurt too. I
with
understand that.
this resume with his
Yeah.
resume, why would you even attempt to give him $28 million a year, possibly 30? They said he left
God.
$20 million on the table, staying in Tampa Bay.
So the
Good,
Patriots wanted him.
good.
The Patriots wanted him.
And I'm not saying I didn't
No,
want him. I just
sure.
didn't want to overpay.
Overpay for a second for number two. Godwin is a number two.
Who has a weak ankle and a weaker knee, like as a number one receiver.
Because you know what's going to happen. This is my big, and Brian, you know what I'm about to say because we just talked about it. My gut feeling is Cooper Cooper Cup is going to be a New England Patriot
I
at
believe
some
it.
point.
And if not, whatever. But it's
But I
like
have that feeling.
it's it's in it's in the we can manifest that because it's a very high possibility. On Wednesday, he's going to be
Mm-hmm.
released, which means that he has the ability to negotiate with all 32
Mm-hmm.
teams. Unfortunately, he may be if he comes here, we have the potential to overpay, but I would rather be in the position that we're in right now today with all of these defensive signings, get a legitimate older Cooper Cup who still works his ass off, who's
Yeah.
still
You could
able,
say
and
he's injury prone
he's
too,
injury prone. Yeah, that was the next thing I was gonna say,
but
but he's a
good.
guy that you can get in here that's already bought in his own right. But now you pair him up with Vrabel. You put him in a receiver room with young guys that not only
Guidance.
will get it from their head coach, but now they can get it in the meeting room. He he's making money. He's over here. He's making plays. He's a certified number one receiver.
He's the number
But
one.
now when it comes to the draft, we're gonna focus. Obviously, we're gonna focus on drafting wide receivers
Mm-hmm.
and drafting offensive
You
linemen
can,
and
yeah,
building the offense so that we can become relevant and dominant
correct. You
on both
just,
sides of the ball. Because
yeah,
now now Drake May is
I said Mac
protected.
earlier
I know,
too. I was
and
like, fuck.
somebody wrote it. That's why
He'll
Banks
never
wrote
leave.
it.
He'll never
Banks
leave.
wrote it because we signed Dobbs, and Dobbs is signed because Joe Milton is getting the fuck out of here. We're
Please
acquiring
buy.
we're acquiring assets for day three with him,
Mm-hmm.
easy. And like I said earlier, I would have loved to just send him because and it makes me nervous with the Browns and what they did and getting Pickett because
Mm-hmm.
it's
That
like, what
that
does that
leaves
mean?
it
Are you drafting? Did you trade for Pickett because you want him to be your number one guy next year?
because it's Cleveland and they're stupid and they could do
Of
that.
course,
That's why I'm like,
but
oh,
it
I
makes
don't
me
like that
nervous
move.
because I don't. What are they? Who are they going to take? Right? Who are they going to
I
take?
don't like that
So
move.
I
I'm
said
scared.
I would have rather traded Milton to Cleveland
Yep.
and do the pick swap to make
Yep.
Abdul Carter a little bit more realistic for
Yeah.
us.
I don't like that move. That scares
It
me
makes me
for
nervous.
Carter.
But
But
still, at
they
the end of the
they
day,
re-signed Garrett. So
yes, of course,
not to say
and
that you don't want the
both
bookends,
sides, of course,
but
yeah, because now you free him up. Who do you double if he starts to eat? How
but
do you
you
game plan
but
around
you
that? You know what I
know,
mean?
come on, you signed Kenny, and I know they're stupid and they probably think that they're going to do something with it, but you signed Kenny
Well,
fucking Pickett
they
or
traded for him. They
whatever.
didn't sign. They
Yeah, traded
traded
for him.
for him. So if you're trading for him, I'm assuming you're he's gonna play, obviously, because they have Deshaun Watson, who obviously is gonna be out another year because he fucking re-tore his Achilles, obviously.
I
Uh,
I'm hoping and praying that that doesn't affect Abdul Carter dropping
I
down, and it might,
hope so. But
but you never know.
regardless, at the
You
end of
don't
the
know.
day, being a realistic Patriots fan, we know that he that the Patriots are set up to draft with these moves thus far. We have a long way to go until the draft. We
Sure.
got a lot of pro
Well,
days. We got a lot of
month.
draft boards.
Yeah, in football
But
terms, yes. In time, no. It's just about a month away.
yeah, but it's like now we're gonna do. We've done everything we need to do to make draft day a breeze.
Yeah.
Yesterday, uh, Vrabel. No, excuse me. Sunday, was it Sunday?
Yesterday,
Vrabel was
Sunday.
at Encore. Vrabel was at Encore, chilling, shirt unbuttoned, up at the high rollers.
He was at the. I saw him at the Celtics game Saturday night.
Boom. Celtics
Walked right by him.
game Saturday. Encore on Sunday.
Hmm.
Ready to roll. Signed Landry. Boom. Breaking news. Monday. Landry's on the Patriots. Boom. He knew what was up. He
Yeah.
knew what was going on. He knew what was happening.
Hmm.
I'm fucking excited, man. I
I'm
mean,
pumped. This gets me giddy. Brian, you've had some really good points here, so I just want to get to them real quick. Does Cooper want another ring, or does he want to show that he still has it, or could that be the deciding factor? Yes. I think at this point he wants to show that he still has it because for some reason Matthew Stafford just didn't throw him the ball at the end when he came back last year. He had that big game against Minnesota, and then he just kind of like disappeared. But he was open. There's a game that they played against the Jets. They showed him every single play. Even the announcers were like, he had Cooper out in the
Yeah,
flat. He had Cooper out to
it
the
was open. Yeah,
sideline.
it was very obvious
It was like,
that
are you
something's up.
phasing out Cooper Cup in your offense? Like what? No, like, are you stupid?
I mean, it seemed like the Rams were kind of in a weird place anyway
Yeah,
after the fact because it's like obviously that in real time,
yeah,
but then now
Puka, yeah,
you see these dudes, you see obviously he's force feeding Puka,
yeah,
and then the stories come out where it's like, oh, is Stafford even going to be there? And then,
right.
well, that
At
came
that
out after
point, at that point,
they
yeah,
stated that they were going to release or
hmm
trade uh Cup.
yeah.
So it's like, what's really going
What
on over
happened?
there?
I want to
It's like,
know.
what's going on over
Yeah,
there?
we'll never
And
know, but yeah,
we'll
I want to
see.
know what the fuck happened there because Cooper Cup got phased out. Are you
So
shitting me?
obviously, the number one landing spot tomorrow or Wednesday is going to be New England. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
No,
It is what it
and I'm not
is.
gonna bitch and whine and moan about
Yeah,
it.
it is what it is. Just like everything else. Ronnie Staley, obviously,
Would have been
Ravens had
phenomenal. Would have
the
been.
rights first. Boom, he's gone. T. Higgins, Cincinnati had the rights for a second year.
Yeah.
It happens.
hmm
Like
You're
it is what
not
it is.
obviously. You're not gonna sign everybody.
For sure,
What
of course.
the
But
fuck? How much money do you
the
think they
fact
have?
the fact that we've done all this and
We'll run right. We'll run through
there
them
are people
in a
that are
minute.
still unsatisfied.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like
yeah. Oh, these guys are all has-beens. Carlton Davis is not like he's on the down spiral of his career.
says
I've
who?
heard it all, dude.
Says
I
who?
heard it all today.
It's crazy.
Oh,
We're getting a veteran pres we're getting veteran present. Look at Williams is gonna be 26. He's
uh-huh.
gonna be 26. Obviously the Eagles
I didn't hear
wanted
anybody
you
bitch about that one.
of course not, but if but you should have saw when the Carolina news came out, it's
hmm
like what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. And it's
Oh,
like,
I know.
what do you want him to do? Maybe he didn't want to come here.
Yeah, I said that in almost every one. And Brian, you can back me up. I'm like, maybe they just don't want to fucking come to New England.
It was obvious that all we wanted as Patriots fans, because obviously last year we got fucked with D Hop, and then we got fucked with
Yeah,
Ridley. It's like this year all we wanted was to
effort.
just make even look at they called Philly for AJ Brown. Just show us that you are trying to do
hmm
something. Like that fucking meme with the fucking
Come
stick and just poking.
on,
Do
do
something.
something.
Just do
I agree.
something.
Yep, and they
And we
are.
have.
They're doing things. They made what? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. They made 8 signings today. 8. And it's not like they signed Joe Schmo either. I'm sorry. All these guys, you know who every single one of these guys is. Even Tonga. You know
Facts.
who that guy. If you watch
Absolutely.
football, you know who he is. You know why?
Absolutely.
Because he fills up your fucking TV. Because he's
The
huge.
if
You
he's in
can't
the
miss him. If you miss him, you're blind. You're like Stevie Wonder.
no
Sorry,
matter
Stevie.
what, no matter what in the middle of the D
Yeah.
line, whether Tonga's in, Williams in, or Barmore,
Nobody's running on this line
who
on this front.
what you
No,
what A gap what are
nobody.
you doing? You can't run ISO. You can't run A gap. You
No.
can't run B gap.
You
It's
took
like yo,
away a
that's like
big
seven
portion
hundred
of a
nine
lot of.
hundred pounds.
Yep. You took away a big portion of a lot of teams' game plans against the Patriots last year. Even last year, just run the ball.
It's
It's gone now.
it's
Your defense can stop the run finally.
that's
Obviously, we say this, they have to go out there and actually do it.
of
But
course
exactly, so we don't know yet, but we're only going by what we see and how we
bearing injury.
and
Film.
it is
Listen,
barring injuries and whatever.
listen.
But listen, the Patriots
Film
on
doesn't
paper
lie.
today. Go ahead.
Film doesn't lie.
Yeah. Oh, I heard
Film.
Harold Landry was a bad signing because he's lost a step. Because every time you see him sack the quarterback, it's no pressure. He just bowls right through.
He
It's
was the
like
top 10. He was the top, I think, top 10 in tackles for
your
loss,
boy,
and he's one
your
of the.
boy Tony Maz said that earlier, and I was like,
He's
why do I listen to
yeah.
this shit? Like,
Never. I would never. Once it's 1:59 p.m., I'm out of here. But you got
even
run
that show is
stoppers. Run
aggravating.
run we're stopping the run. We're shutting down the outside.
You got
Carlton
Carlton
Davis
Davis and
opposite
and
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
Now, obviously, we have an issue coverage-wise with Dougie and
Yeah,
Pep, but obviously, we're gonna probably. There's still a long way to go as far as free
yeah,
agency, but we obviously we're probably gonna focus on youth at the safety position in
of
the draft.
course.
Obviously,
But
obviously.
even so, like they went out and they did exactly what any smart, knowledgeable football fan should expect them to do today. They
That's what we need.
made every single move they made, and granted, they needed a lot, but every single move they made improved this football
Eight
team by leaps and
signings,
bounds.
8 signings thus far.
What else
We
do you
got
want them to do?
we re-signed Hooper,
And Hooper too, so nine
and
because they re-signed
then
him,
we
and 10
and
because
then
they
a few
traded away
because we
that
traded.
dingbat.
Yes, exactly. So I mean that's another asset for next year.
What the fuck?
And obviously with the Dobbs move, we're more than likely going to get rid of Joe Milton, obviously, because we don't need to. We don't need to, and obviously Dobbs and Drake May have similar athletic ability.
Yeah,
So I would assume Josh McDaniels is like, okay, J- Mil-
correct,
Milton
Brian.
is a can throw the ball. Obviously, we know
Mhm.
that Rocket,
Mhm.
but he doesn't have the same athletic ability as May.
No,
But Dobbs and May have similar athletic attributes. So it's obviously Milton is. We're trying to shop Milton for what we can.
Mhm.
Obviously, another day 3 pick, round 3. We already have 2. So maybe in hindsight, we're thinking, oh, LA wants a late second, early third for Cup. Well, maybe we kill 2 birds
I
with
hope.
1 stone.
Oh man, if that news drop, I am just fucking waiting. I am waiting for that news to drop because if we sign Cooper Cup, you're gonna hear from me. All y'all out there, you're gonna hear from me.
And everybody that was
We're
fucking
being
bitching and
insufferable.
complaining, you already know they're gonna be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh, now you're excited. Oh, because they signed somebody that you actually recognize because you'd only follow football like sporadically.
We're not winning the Super Bowl next year.
We're not. We're not.
Fucking, fucking idiots.
Wait, we're not winning the
Obviously not.
Super Bowl.
Like, what do you want? What are you trying to do? Oh, you think because we have $120 million in cap that we're just gonna automatically win the Super Bowl? Yeah,
I
let's
thought.
sign.
I thought because we have all this money, we were going to win the Super Bowl. I thought
I
this
mean,
automatically gives you the rights to win the Super Bowl because you have the most cap, right? No,
so
that's not how
even
football works.
look at Washington last year, right? Washington did the same thing last year. Legitimately sign all these guys,
Oh
and they
well,
made it to the
Washington can do it. Why
they
can't we?
made it to the NFC Chip, and they had to face fucking Philly for the third time.
You know why Washington was successful? Because they had a lot of pieces in place already, and they
They
just
wanted. They have
got their guy at
ownership and
quarterback.
coaching that really wanted to fuck shit up.
Yeah,
And Zell, to your question, obviously we're probably gonna sign if we do get Cup. Well, I don't know if he's gonna finish, but I would assume probably 3-year deal,
it seems
easy
three is the most popular
3-year
number
deal.
today for
Um,
signings here. Although Williams got four, so
but it all
which
depends. It all depends on who shows up on offense, right?
right.
It all depends on who
But
shows up on
so
offense. Because if he's the number one guy, he's he Drake May has obviously has showcased on the shittiest fucking offense in all of the free world
That's
last
a,
year
that's a bad
that he
one.
doesn't force feed anybody.
No,
He
he
doesn't
distributes
force feed
evenly.
anybody,
No.
and he extends plays. So that means if your quarterback is extended plays, that means the longevity of your playing time as a wide receiver gets
And correct
extended.
me if I'm wrong, but isn't Cooper Cup one of the best in getting open?
One of the best in getting open, one of the best in blocking.
Does that coincide with a quarterback that can extend plays?
Absolutely. And he played
Hmm.
with Stafford his whole fucking career. And Stafford is an extended play guy, and he's nowhere near
Hmm.
athletic as fucking
Hmm.
Drake May. Not
Interesting.
even
Interesting.
close.
You know what else drove me nuts too? Was I heard on the radio today a couple of people calling, moaning and groaning why we didn't sign Braxton Berrios. Said that the Texans gave him $2 million. Why can't we?
Maybe he wants to live in fucking Texas.
I'm like, you're complaining that we didn't sign Braxton fucking Berrios. I'm sorry. Whoever that was, I forget who it was. It was on Zoe and
You
Beetle this afternoon.
know what?
Just
Why
go
didn't we
away.
sign? Why didn't we sign everybody, Mikey? Why didn't we sign
Because
everybody?
we're stupid. We don't know what we're doing. The Patriots have no clue what they're doing.
We should have got everybody. We
Yeah.
should have traded number 4 for T Higgins. We should have signed fucking Williams. We should have signed fucking
Godwin.
Godwin. We should have signed fucking
The tackle from I forget his
Ronnie
name's
Stanley.
Moore.
We
Moore.
Stanley. We should have got fucking homie that we should have signed Trey
Did
Smith.
you see the I forget and again, all these names are just popping on my head. The center, Brian, help me out or somebody out there. The center that got
Oh,
paid
from
today.
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Went
yeah.
to Chicago.
What the hell's his name?
Let's see here.
Sorry.
Chicago.
Sorry. You want to give a center that amount of money? You shitting me, right?
That played indoors.
Shitting me. Like, can we stop? Stop it now. Dahlman? Is that him?
Yes,
All right.
yes. There
Thank
you
you,
go.
sir. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Of course not. Of course
No.
not, friends. Of
Drew
course not.
Dahlman. Thank you.
Nobody. Why? You're in the. We got the number 4 pick, right? We have the opportunity to possibly draft a generational player in either Abdul Carter
Hmm?
or Travis Hunter, right? Why the
Hmm? Or,
why give it up?
although I do think the Carlton Davis signing means you're not drafting Hunter.
Of course not. I don't need. But who
But you
knows?
could.
Maybe
You could. You could. I'm not saying
maybe
no.
he gets drafted and he's like we're like, hey, we want you to play wide receiver mainly,
For
and
Drake.
then
Yeah.
if it's third and long, second and long, we got you playing nickel
Nickel set. Hmm.
Jones, because obviously on the back
I
end,
think he'll come
we
back.
Dougie is not a cover
No.
guy. Peppers isn't a cover guy.
No.
So it's like, yeah, let's throw him. We got a nickel and a dime package with
Mhm.
Travis Hunter on fucking
Yeah.
defense. Like, of
Which, if that's the
course,
plan, that's
sign me
fine
up,
too. That's fine too.
and he's May's top dog
Hmm.
underneath possibly Cooper Cup.
The
Oh
only
yeah,
the only
we
thing with
cooking with fucking grease now, boy. I fucking tell you. If Travis Hunter's playing wide receiver, 80, 70% of the time,
mhm. the only
because why not? Carlton Davis, obviously, he's an older corner. Who
yeah
knows what can
yeah
happen? That's obviously the
the
plays and snaps, the snap count for Travis Hunter. It's like, okay, buddy, you are ready to play at a moment's
the
notice if somebody
durability
goes
just
down.
scares me. That's the only thing with Trav. The only thing that scares me is his, and it's no knock against him. I love the fact that he wants to play both sides of the ball because he's a gamer, the baller. It's just the can that maintain? Can that sustain over his career? Is he going to have to pick one? And is he okay with picking one? If all of that gets set by Vrabel, because obviously we don't know, if all of that is already set in and be like, listen, yep, this is the plan. You're going to be mainly wide receiver for Drake. And like you said, we'll throw you in there here and there with a couple packages, couple things that play to your strengths on defense. I'm okay with that. But it's the durability on both sides of the ball that kind of get me, that just have me wary that I would be like, I'd rather get
I think.
either Carter or honestly Graham. Now your line is just
Well, I
ridiculous.
think Graham. I think Graham's out of the question. I think
Never
Graham's
know.
out of the question with. I mean, with Williams now, obviously Barmore and.
It's the only thing is Barmore. You don't know.
Well, that's why I think that. That's why I think signing Tonga pretty much solidified the beef. I mean, I'm not sure Graham could. Who knows? Maybe Vrabel views Graham as because he's a super agile guy, so maybe
Yeah.
he turns him into an edge rusher.
Although
Obviously, Keon White. Who
although I'm
knows?
I'm more away from Graham now. The fact that we made those signings,
Absolutely. I
and for
believe
the
that
other
Graham is
edge,
third.
I don't think like if you lose out on Cotter and you get even Will Campbell, say Will Campbell's the pick, you have a guy that you can get either trade up in the very end of the first round or just stay and make that pick in the second round.
Exactly.
You have
That's
another edge rusher. Obviously not as talented as Carter, but he can create shit, and that's Jack Sawyer.
I think
So
that I
all
believe
there.
wholeheartedly. I believe wholeheartedly that if the Patriots don't draft Abdul Carter or Travis, that we will 100% trade
Trade down.
back. And and the trajectory is going to go depending on obviously the draft. I believe it's going to be primarily focused on the best available wide receiver. Whoever drops, obviously Tet is dropping. Um, I'm not sure how. I haven't heard much on Igbuka.
Mm-hmm.
You know how big I am and how big you are on
Golden
Golden. So,
dog.
I mean, we have the ability to not only
He is a dog.
we have the ability to draft the best available weapon to our
Mhm.
knowledge or
That's
the scouts'
what drives me
knowledge
nuts
rather,
too. If
and the best linemen.
yeah,
So now we're at two very close proximity with one another while obtaining more assets because you know if you're trading number two, that means that you're getting either you're getting top. We are already right now speaking right
mhm.
now. We are our top four picks are in the top 100 or top 77. So
You're gonna
that's
get
what the
four guys you can plug in.
that's the first, second, and 2/3,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like, come on, guys, think about it. Think about it. We make all these moves right now for this defense. We're obtaining assets for the future.
They're
Who
doing everything
knows
the right way.
if it's not Carter and it's not Travis, I'll trade it back. Trade it back, get a fucking bag, and let's work because we know now we're gonna be watching the draft board like, all right, who's the best available right now?
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver, boom,
Mm-hmm.
take them, and then a couple picks later, you already know who it's gonna be. Another either O
Once
line
the
or the
once
best
the
available
first
player.
one
Period.
once the first receiver gets taken, you know it's going to start. It's going to
Exactly.
start the avalanche. So
Absolutely.
you're just waiting to see who that guy is. And honestly, if it's Tet, it's Tet. If it's Golden or Ibuka, it's them. There's a lot of guys that you can still get in the second and third round. Noel, the other dude from Iowa State, not his name's slipping right now. Beck from TCU,
Yeah.
the dude. I mean, that guy on the Patriots. That's your. So here's that. If you go that route and you draft him,
McNash,
Nick
the
Nash,
dog.
but if you draft Beck, there's your successor to Cooper Cup.
Easy.
So you sign Coop, you get Coop in here for a couple years. You already have his replacement all set up. Nick
Or
Nash too,
or the guys that are already in the room.
or you have
Obviously,
Xavier Restrepo out there too,
obviously,
slot guy.
I don't think Pop is really going to be a number one.
No,
But he's a good guy. I feel like he's a good guy for McDaniel's offense.
exactly. He's
Uh,
tailored to the McDaniel's
we'll
offense.
see what it's an obviously big it's a big year for Polk and
Yeah,
Baker. Huge.
yeah.
They have the ability to possibly not even make this
I was
team.
gonna say that's
Mac
even if
Hollins,
they're on this team,
Mac Hollins has made every NFL team that
he'll
he's been
he'll
on.
make the roster. He'll make the roster. They wouldn't
Pop
sign
Douglas,
him
who
if he
knows?
didn't.
Kendrick Bourne, who knows? You
He might
know,
be he might be on the
it's
outside.
yeah, it's looking and that's another reason why I'm like he has the biggest contract out of all the receivers on the team. So it's like, yeah, what like moves like got don't worry. Based off of what we've been doing thus far today, yesterday and today alone,
You
and Wednesday is the start of the league year
you
where
should be excited. Like stop.
everybody gets is getting released
Hmm.
or able to sign, no problem. I'm calling you directly.
Somebody also
Don't
said
worry.
earlier, I heard on the radio that well Drake's pissed because he's not posting anything like like he did last year with like, oh, welcome. I go, idiot. That was his draft class. Idiot. Maybe he's not on his fucking phone. Well,
Maybe he's still
Gonzo
on his
posted him and
honeymoon.
Carlton Davis. I was like, we're just picking at that shit now.
Maybe he's
Like,
still on his honeymoon. How about that?
he was in Carolina on Saturday.
Oh,
Maybe
so
he's
the
just
Jim,
enjoying time with his fucking
yeah,
family. What are we
why
so
not,
concerned about this guy and his social media?
buddy? Justin Fields is in fucking Dubai right now.
My head, just when I heard that, I was like, oh my God. We're worried
And
about our quarterback
Drake May's upset.
posting Instagram stories of signings now. This is where we're at. This is where we're at.
Justin Fields is
In fucking
across the world
Dubai.
in Dubai getting new free agency news. What do you? Drake May is in North Carolina where he's from. He's
I
upset.
hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because then it's these idiots that when the Patriots when most of these moves work out and the Patriots are contenders next year for the playoffs. I'm not saying Super Bowl here. But when they're in the picture, in the mix, and everybody's like, yeah, well, maybe the Patriots can win a playoff game. All these idiots are going to be like, well, yeah, maybe because they signed this guy and that guy. I'm like, no, 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 no. Don't you even fucking start because you were the one back on March 10th that were bitching and moaning about all these moves. So stop it. No. Uh, One thing I did want to touch on too goes back up a little while in the chat that Brian said. Zadarius Smith.
Free
If you don't,
agent.
if you want another guy, if you want another animal on your defense,
He will be available on Wednesday.
he's there too. And people forget that Wednesday is like the big day.
The actual
Wednesday's the day where
league year.
everybody is just going at it. So like
So
there's like somebody said, there's still time tonight. You could get another couple bombs tonight. You could, and Wednesday you're gonna get more. The Patriots aren't done.
even tomorrow,
Or tomorrow. But they're
even
not
tomorrow
done. This
at
is
all.
and this is day one. When have you ever seen the Patriots make to the end of day one, so almost 10 moves, including signing their own and trades? They've made
Never.
10 transactions in the first 24 hours of legal tampering. When have they ever done that? As a
Never.
Patriots fan, when have you ever seen this? This
I
has
don't think
never
it's ha- I don't,
happened because it's a new era. It's Mike Vrabel saying, we're done with this. We're doing this a new way. I want to raise at least one of those banners, if not more.
the Patriots aren't at the Patriots aren't a bottom tier franchise.
Not anymore. Not after all these moves. They rose.
We like listen. We weren't gonna turn into the fucking Dallas Cowboys.
No.
We weren't gonna win. We weren't gonna have people that were born and play and win a fucking Super Bowl before we were gonna win another one, or
Mm-hmm.
even made the playoffs, or an AFC chip game,
Mm-hmm.
for that matter. The last player that the Cowboys signed in free agency was Greg Hardy in 2015.
And
10
that
years
worked out.
ago. No, the Patriots are not. We are not. It was not going to happen.
Like
We had a
everybody.
shitty 5 years. Listen,
Mhm.
guys, relax. It's okay.
Uh-huh.
We will be relevant again soon.
What I like to know too is, so people moaning and groaning about everything the Patriots have done or haven't done. What have the Giants done today? What has Cleveland done today?
They
Besides
traded for Kenny Pickett.
besides Kenny Pickett, which is irrelevant. What's 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 really like the teams that you say that you're in that category now? What have they done? Nothing. The Patriots know they have to make moves and have to improve a lot of positions. They're doing it, but they're not going to win the Super Bowl next year. These moves are to get you better into next year and then carry that into the next year and develop your franchise quarterback. People don't understand too that these defensive moves help Drake too. And you know
Of
how
course.
it helps Drake? Oh, you idiots out there. Because it gets them the ball. Because your defense isn't on the field for half the fucking game like they were against Arizona.
Or if you
Switch the
get a
field.
if you get a stop on third down, that means you reverse the field.
You
With
flip
the
the
best
field,
play in football, you force a punt, which means you get the ball a little bit closer to your end zone.
which is easier for your quarterback if your offense isn't that talented.
Okay, let's see. Uh, Patriots
Yes.
2025 opponents, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Bills, what have they done? They paid Josh Allen and gave him
They robbed
all of their
the
money.
bank and gave it all to
And they
Josh Allen.
traded for Josh Palmer. Wonderful. The
Stud.
Browns. The Browns have traded for the Kenny Pickett out of the University of Pitt, former Super Bowl champion.
Oh,
Kenny
stop
Pickett.
it. Oh, stop it.
Super
Stop
Bowl
it.
champion. Kenny Pickett. Miami Dolphins. Jack shit.
Dolphin.
The Falcons traded their center to the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So,
that's it, to
that's
my
it.
knowledge.
That's all I know.
The New York Giants. They're in the news to possibly getting fucking Aaron Rodgers.
The
I
new
doubt it
the
though.
New York Giants have also been. There's a post earlier that said that nobody wants to go there. There's that. Go ahead.
I'm
Keep
sure.
going.
I'm sure Shador or Cam would love it there. I'm
Sure.
sure they'd love it there.
Sure. Go ahead. Go there.
The Jets.
They got
The
Justin
Jets.
Fields.
They got Justin Fields, who's in Dubai right now. Justin
Oh,
Fields
but
is
Drake May's
in Dubai.
in North Carolina. So
The Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers, unfortunately,
they lost out on the
we,
Milton
we,
Williams sweepstakes.
hence the Shiesty mask. We Shiesty Williams from the Carolina Panthers. But they extended J.C. Horn. Good,
That was
clap
a
it up for
good.
J.C. Horn getting a big
Yep.
bag. Happy for him.
Yep.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. I can
Oh well.
100% tell you that the moment DK Metcalf steps on the field in Gillette, you will hear a lot of
I can't
boos.
wait to go to that one.
A
I cannot.
lot of
That better
boos.
be Sunday Night Football. That better be something. 4:25. That better not be a 1 o'clock fucking Sunday game.
Uh,
Oh, and
and
they
then
got big play Slay too.
so oh yeah, they did get Super Bowl champion Big Play
That's
Slay.
the Super Bowl
Super
champion, not Kenny
Bowl
fucking
champion Big
Pickett.
Play Slay. And then last at home we have the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Who we got
Uh,
their best linebacker. So
Jack shit. Another shiesty. Boom. See you later. All right. Away. Cincy. Okay.
they're just
They
they're
tagged T.
holding strong.
They're waiting to see what they get for Hendrickson. I think they asked for a third rounder for the sack leader.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Uh, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guess what? Shiesty. Carlton Davis. Come up north, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
And they grossly overpaid for somebody that could break any minute.
Hate to see it.
Sorry.
New Orleans Saints.
Truth.
Have
The who?
uh
The
here you
Aints?
go. Here's Godshaw. We'll
The
take a
Aints?
7th round pick.
He
Thank you
fits
so
right
much.
in that freaking yeah. Mhm.
Baltimore, obviously
Stanley.
Stanley. And I think that's about it.
But they're put together, so but we're not putting the Patriots in Baltimore's category right now either. So we
And
pegged that for a loss.
lastly, the Tennessee Titans, they released the guy, first move of the Mike
And
Vrabel tenure,
and hopefully
Harold
they're about to
Landry,
make one of the biggest mistakes ever.
another Shiesty. So I didn't have this on for no reason, guys. This was obviously something I needed to throw it on because I mean, wow.
Hmm.
I, and all of those opponents, obviously, we played the Bills, Miami, and fucking the Jets twice, so I didn't say them. But
We said the
those are our
Bills.
opponents for next year, and we made move. We got Matt Collins from Buffalo,
Buffalo.
so that's another shicey. So that's 1, 2,
Hmm.
3, 4,
I'm telling you.
5, and 6 with the
Hmm.
Raiders, with moves that we made personally with the opponent. So that all of those opponents, you put them all together, that's 3. That's the third weakest schedule of the entire
Of any team in the
NFL.
NFL.
So who knows? I'm not saying nothing crazy,
No, I won't
but
go there yet.
I mean, 500 is obviously possible with this defense, this pre-draft. Um,
This is day one, and you're
they
feeling
won.
like this.
Obviously, we're not going to win the Super Bowl, but the way that the AFC has transitioned over the past couple of years, I mean, we had 8-18. The Bengals were 8-8,
Mhm.
fighting for needing somebody to lose to make it to the playoffs.
Yep.
500.
Yep. Yep.
500.
Hold me to it, Brian. 13-4, baby. We already ran through it.
We,
We'll do
yeah,
it.
that was what, 2 episodes ago?
We'll do a schedule
For
day
sure.
pod too when it all
Absolutely.
comes out. Because obviously, then when the schedule does come out, you play into the matchups. Do they play Buffalo, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh all in a row? You know what I mean?
Of
Then it's
course,
like,
of course.
oh,
Yeah, the schedule
shit.
hasn't come out yet, so
Right.
we'll wait. But
So it's not a
this is the
13-4
NFL.
is not
Yeah,
official.
this is
That's not
the
official.
NFL saying, as far as this is the third weakest opponents.
Right.
The
As far as opponents
schedule,
go, I like 13-4. The way the schedule goes, who knows? Because as you know, at Miami, at Baltimore, and at Buffalo, just to say that gauntlet, if that gets put together, well, shit, they're not winning all those 3 games in a row, and they might lose 2 out of the 3. So we'll see. If we get Miami down there in the beginning of the year, probably going to lose. If you get them down there towards the end, you never know. If they come up
absolutely.
here in December, so a lot of those schedule factors playing. Thursday into Sunday. You know what I mean? So 10-7 is more likely realistically. Even 9-8. But I'm happy with that because you're in you would be in the conversation. And it
Absolutely.
showed you went from 3-14 to 10-7 or 9-8. But then obviously everybody go, well, you have the third weakest schedule. And
But
so
yeah, but
then we get into that.
year before
Then
we
we get
had
into that.
the year before we had the fourth hardest schedule
Yeah. So I don't want to hear it about the schedule. They played the games that are on the
with
schedule.
the shittiest team in football last year.
Yeah, and they managed to win 3 somehow, some way. So
So
could have
you
won
know,
more if you had competent people on this team. I don't know. So Instagram, we said it's an hour. Last night I went over. We're hitting that hour, so I think we're just going to roll until they shut us off.
yeah,
Um, there is another one I wanted to get to too. Is Ramondre Stevenson?
yeah.
Um, time's up, buddy.
I agree.
And I would love for them if they had a chance to get Hampton somehow in the draft,
Yeah,
and you pair Drake's
absolutely.
college
I
running back.
personally, I'm rooting for
You like Johnson, right?
Travion Henderson.
Oh, Henderson. Okay.
Yeah,
There's a
uh,
lot of running backs, though. I would even take Judkins.
I like I don't know.
I'm saying I would take him.
I have mixed
He's better than
for sure,
Stevenson.
for sure.
Rico
Yeah,
Dowdle.
and like, we haven't even discussed the free
No.
agent running
Ooh,
backs, but
yeah. We'll get into that the
Dowdle,
next one. I just wanted to throw that one out
Najee,
there.
Dowdle,
Yeah.
Najee.
Preview for the next episode. But
I'm
I
all
would
set with Scatterman,
there's
but
so much talent that is still left out there between the draft
absolutely,
and free agency
it's a very
that you've added all these guys and we're talking like this. You you've got so much more to
you
add.
have you have a lot to be excited about as a
You
Patriots
do.
fan. If you're not so concerned about where we stand in on offense this very moment, it's day one. Wednesday is the start of the league here, where teams have already notified players that they're going to be released.
Yep.
Those
Scatterboo.
those guys gotta find their way,
Yep.
negotiate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you right now, Scatterbook and fucking daddle. Get him the fuck out of here. I don't want no parts of him.
I just don't.
Pause.
I'm not so high. I like. He's a gamer and he's a tough kid. But he run the way he runs. That ain't gonna last in the NFL.
Yeah,
He's gonna get
I'm all
popped
set.
and he go night night. So
I am totally all set. I'm ecstatic about the possibility of the white boy receiver to pull up in Cooper Cup.
oh,
But Scatterboo is not a Danny Woodhead. He's not a Rex Burkhead.
Danny Woodhead. Ooh.
You know, like he did his thing, and they should have fucking won. They should have beat Texas. We discussed that they should have
Mm-hmm.
won, but um,
They didn't.
there's so many. I'm telling you, there's some dogs at the running back position
Yeah.
that will fall
You'll have
to
chances to get them.
the second and
The
third round, depending on
kid.
what happens. Like
The
I said, we
kid.
can trade back.
Yeah.
We can we can trade back.
Exactly. Exciting whites win us
Yeah, man.
championships.
Hey, listen, I will say you motherfuckers are on a run right now.
Yeah, we
You
are.
motherfuckers are on
Yeah,
a run.
we are.
Woo!
Thank you. And
Hey,
you know what? It's got to be the name. Wait a minute.
let's
It's got to
clap
be
it
the
up.
name. It's Cooper.
Clap it up.
It's
Clap it up for the white boys.
it's Cooper. Cooper DeJean, Cooper Flag, and Cooper Cup. So
Hey,
give me
listen.
Cooper. Keep it going. Keep the Cooper streak, the white boy Cooper streak going. Feed me Cooper Cup.
I'm
Him to me.
sure next year. I'm
Pause.
sure next year probably one of the top names for boys next year is probably going to be Cooper for sure. I wouldn't doubt it. You better believe a lot of dogs and a lot of little boys are going to be named Cooper if Cooper Cup ends up a fucking Patriot. I'll tell you that much.
Especially, I was gonna say, especially if that happens, people in Philly that just had Super Bowl babies or are gonna find out they're gonna have Super Bowl
For
babies.
sure. Oh,
Cooper,
you better believe
and
it.
then Cooper
You
Flag,
better believe it.
wherever the hell he goes.
You
So
better believe it.
that's gonna be a very popular name. Very
For
popular name,
sure.
which may or may not be acquiring a companion soon too. So maybe I'll name him Cooper.
Hey, listen.
So we'll see.
My brother's selling pups right now. He
I
got a
know
couple left.
it's where I am. I got to figure out if it's
Of
how
course.
big
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dog
yeah.
can be and whatever. But if
Sure.
I can have a dog, bet your ass I'm
Soon.
naming him Coop. I'm naming him Cooper.
Soon. Um, but yeah, I mean, day one, man. I mean,
Yeah,
it's been a
giddy.
ride for sure. Still, still a long ways to go. We're still in the still pre-draft.
Yeah,
You know, we still got to do our schedule episode. We still got to do our mock draft
you know
episode.
what's so
And
funny? We're doing all this right. We're so giddy about the Patriots, and this is a lot of football talk, which I'll never get sick of. We can do this. We can turn this into a Patriots podcast, and I'll have no problem with that. But the Celtics are on trying to, drop Banner 19, which they have a
for
good
sure,
shot at.
absolutely.
And the Red Sox look like it's going to be a decent
Hey,
season.
listen. I will say
All right.
the spring ball has looked really good
So
for the Red Sox.
the Sox
I
look
need
pretty
fucking
good.
I need Devers to get his shit fucking together.
But
Uh
I'm just saying, we've got potential for another banner for basketball, and we've got
championship.
a good season for our baseball
Champ,
team, and all we talk about is football, and I
City of
love it.
Champs, baby.
It's
City of Champs is pulling up. I'm telling you.
and obviously we have a hockey team that is just there at the
Yeah.
moment, but they'll be back at some point, not anytime soon, but we'll when they come back, we'll dive into what can happen there. But
Celtic
I'm just
City
saying,
is actually on tonight,
Celtic
right?
City is Celtic City's on at 9, I think, on HBO, or 10.
Yeah. Oh
Episode
yeah.
2.
Couple
Definitely
minutes, 20
check that
minutes.
out. Incredible series so far. There's only been one episode. The Celtics actually on too. Taking on the Jazz right now. I'm a horrible fan. I have no idea what's going on in the
Yeah,
game right now.
me neither.
Um,
Honestly, I was
but
so caught up in this shit. Hold on, I got
facts.
you.
Yeah. Let's see who gets it first. The Celtics are up by 6 at half, 53-47.
Hell yeah.
So,
Back end of the season.
but thank you, Patriots. Thank you, Vrabel. Um, you brought football back, and it's only day
Back.
one. There is a lot of things to be excited about. If you're not excited right now about the New England Patriots, I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't, because you just don't know ball. That's just, I can't say it enough. The
Yeah.
stupidity that came out today, my head is still just spinning from everything I heard. But
Yeah, man. I mean, you hate to see it, man. You hate to hear shit like that. Oh wow, JT, Porzingis, and Horford are out.
Porzingis, man, I don't know. We'll get into that another time. But and also these things, little plug real quick.
Primes.
Prime, the strawberry watermelon, summertime with a little goodness drop in there.
I've been on the Alani news, right? As of recently, the wifey got me on to the fucking pink slush.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No art,
A little bit
no
of
artificial
rum.
coloring. Fucking, woo, I'm telling you, that one right there, boy. Shit.
Nice little beach
Oh,
drink. Thinking about
yeah.
in a couple of months about our football
Hey
life,
man,
and
we talking about 54 today. We talking about 58, 60
facts,
degrees this
facts.
week.
Summer's coming, training camp's coming. Hopefully, a
So,
baseball season and a banner.
hell yeah,
But your New England Patriots are back,
hell yeah.
and man, here we go. Drake should be excited, buddy. Here you go. The season coming up. Now
He's
you're gonna see
pouting.
what it's like to play here.
He's in North Carolina pouting like my
Oh, true,
3-year-old,
true,
like
true.
my
He's
3-year-old when he
right.
don't get his way.
True. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, he's not happy because he didn't post on his social media. Idiots.
Fucking loser.
Um, yeah, this is about to be. You'll understand why. What this region's all about. Hopefully the fans are not stupid. But I mean, day 2 tomorrow. See
Yeah,
what happens. The night is young for football.
for sure.
Never know, something can happen tonight. If listen, when the Cooper Cup news drops, and if it's got a Patriot logo next to it, we're jumping on. We're
Hell yeah.
jumping on, and I'm just gonna laugh the whole time, laugh and point fingers. And if he doesn't sign, this is what it is. But you bet your ass we're gonna turn the lights on if he signs with the Patriots, which I think is gonna happen. But
I think so too.
only time will tell.
Because now you already know. You get Cup in here. Now that number 4 pick, man, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
tell you.
There's a lot of more. There's so much more for the Patriots to do.
The draft will get busy. They're gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us this year. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna
We're gonna
hate
be.
us, bro.
We've got a lot of, and we have a lot of ideas for this upcoming Patriots season for the pod. We can't wait to share those with y'all. Some really good ones. A little bit of traveling involved too, and we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see what
So the
happens.
Texans got Braxton Berrios and somebody they got another receiver too. So obviously that means that
Oh, they did.
Stephon Diggs is going to be available. Like, but you guys are so insisted on
But we didn't
Chris
get.
Godwin.
But we didn't. We didn't get Godwin of Metcalf. Derek. God.
T. Higgins is free next year, by the way.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you're telling me there's another season after this one?
Yeah.
This isn't the series finale. This.
I mean, shit. Not if some paradise shit goes down.
Damn. No, I put that out there. Great. Now it's on record. So if this shit does happen, I'm the one.
There's
Great.
obviously another. There's also another movie coming out, like end of the world movie coming out with Robert De Niro. Did you see that? What the fuck
No,
is going on, man? All
I
these
know.
fucking movies and shows about the world ending and
That's why
shit.
we got to enjoy all of this.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why
I
we're
mean,
doing everything right now
I'm gonna try
because we
my
just
best.
never.
I said this the other day. I gotta turn my basement into a bunker now, dog. I'm getting a little nervous.
Well, you learn from Paradise what to do. So,
Facts.
so and
And
yeah, if y'all another plug, if you haven't, guys, if you didn't watch the episode last night and you're just listening to this for the first time, Paradise on Hulu, go watch it. It's only 8 episodes, season one. There will be a season two. It'll blow your mind, and you'll understand why we just talked about that for a quick 2 minutes there. But
yeah, Leave the World Behind on
leave
Netflix.
the world
Uh,
behind. Okay.
uh,
Okay.
um,
I don't want to think
and
about it.
what
I
else
want to
you got?
enjoy. Listen, I don't want just one more year of Drake May.
Zero Day is the one that's coming out with Robert De Niro.
0 Day.
Zero
Isn't that? Oh, that's a
Day.
show, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Isn't
a
that on
series, Netflix
Netflix?
series.
It's on
Oh yeah, yeah,
Netflix. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I did see that. Okay. No, I didn't see the show, but like I saw the preview for it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's get it.
But
Oh,
no, the world's not
and I'll
ending.
go.
We have, but just to go back to that point, like, so this isn't the series finale. Like, this isn't the last Patriots season. There's
No,
seasons to be had after this. So,
sure,
which means we can still acquire players after this one.
absolutely. We can acquire
We
talent.
we can acquire more talent.
We can we can go through this year,
Yeah.
go watch film after each game,
Right.
critique,
Right.
see what we need,
Develop and
plug
get
and
better,
play,
and
scout,
then add pieces or put your team on display.
or remove pieces.
Right. But like, so teams are going to be watching the Patriots this year and see what Drake May can do, and then next year they're going to want to come here.
And
We can,
see how Vrabel runs a team, see how Vrabel changes the culture,
right?
see how Vrabel impacts a locker room.
And maybe Gillette will be 75% full. Maybe the crowd will come back because as we keep hitting, that Saturday game was pathetic. And the only reason why the Rams game was half full is because it was 60 degrees out in November and it was a 1 o'clock game.
J.K. Dobbins is also available. He's a free agent running back as well.
Yeah, but no,
From
but we lost out on Chris Godwin though, so we don't need J.K. Dobbins.
yeah, or we have Ramondre Stevenson, who is the best running back on the team, and
Ugh.
he deserves another
No, he
chance. No, the
doesn't. No,
fuck
he
he doesn't. Somebody said
doesn't.
that he's the best running back on the team, and I laughed. I laughed in Antonio Gibson. I laughed.
Mm.
I laughed in Antonio Gibson. Legitimately laughed.
But it's all looking good. It actually looks like they know what they're doing for once,
For sure.
and
10
you
moves. 10 moves in 2 days.
can't be more excited about what they're doing. I'm excited to see what's coming down the pipeline here, and
You know,
I'm excited
we're
for
looking
Cooper Cup
we're looking at a possibility of like 15 to 20 moves this offseason alone.
alone. Yep.
Alone.
But we lost out on Metcalf and Godwin.
Or Braxton Berrios.
And we didn't pay a center a lucrative contract that's going to completely not come back to bite them in the ass.
Like our best
Chicago.
lineman isn't our center. What are we talking
Mm.
about?
Mm.
What are we talking about?
Ugh. It's just, it was painful today, man. It was painful.
It was, and it sucks because this is something that we should all be enjoying
Right.
together.
That the Patriots are making moves to improve the team. Like, I don't know how else to put it. We put it in so many ways. Just be happy, God damn it, out there, Patriot Nation. Jesus,
So I got some breaking news for you.
hit
Not,
me.
not it, not no, 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 not football related.
Oh,
Uh, just because I was
okay,
curious.
okay.
Instagram has extended live videos, allowing users to stream for up to 4 hours.
Oh, all
So
right,
there you go. That's why we haven't been cut off because I'm
okay,
sitting here like, fuck, we're gonna get
right.
cut off, dog.
I'm just waiting for the thing just to go, bloop, and all right then, beautiful.
So it is what it is. Let's make it happen, baby. Let's
We
run this shit up.
that's
We're putting
we.
all these episodes on YouTube. Go follow, like,
Yep,
subscribe. You know what I mean? We can't thank y'all enough. Go cop some merch.
yep.
We got the 99 Problems shirt with Pritchard. We got the Tatum Soft t-shirt. All of them, everybody that purchases a T-shirt, that money will be going towards our fundraiser for Team Drake May,
Cheers, man.
which is in affiliation with the Best Buddy organization. So if you know anybody that is special needs, it's an amazing
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to just know that your money is going to a very special organization and doing something phenomenal,
Yeah,
uh, changing somebody's life that obviously is challenged in one way or
yeah.
another. So, we're not pocketing none of the bread. We're
Nope,
rolling,
nope.
just me and Mikey, trying to get on for everybody,
And
so we can put everybody else
we're gonna
on.
be running for you
For sure,
assholes or power
walking.
walking for
Um,
you assholes on May 31st down in Hyannisport. If anybody knows what that is.
If you're on IG
Um,
right now, I got the donation link in my bio for Instagram. We've been posting
yep.
the GoFundMe
Mm-hmm.
on our Facebook pages, for personal Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm. We'll throw it up in the page bio too for Team Drake May.
Yeah,
And like
for
I
sure.
said, that night we already, as everybody's seen the picture with us and Drake, but it wasn't all about just meeting, QB1 that night. It was listening to the stories of those people that are, with disabilities or they learning disabilities or just, challenged in some way, shape, or form. It got me, and it gave me the motivation to do this. I mean, we've been talking about the podcast for a
For sure.
while, but it gave me that extra like we we got to start this thing.
For sure.
If they're able to do what they're able to do at the disadvantages that they run into every single day, I've got no excuse.
Facts.
Um,
Facts.
so when we'll get into that, we're gonna have a show about what it's all about and what we're doing, and Drake's contribution to it too. And Babs, shout out to Babs too. Babs on the mic, um, he's part of Team Drake May as well, and
Hell
is
yeah, 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 yeah.
very well known social media Patriots and Celtics guys. So yeah, shout out to you, dude. And yeah, we can't wait to do this. Can't wait to do that. Can't wait to keep rolling
Yeah.
this.
I mean, obviously, we spoke personally earlier, stating that we were going to probably, there's a very good possibility that we're going to have a show every night this week. So my wife told me to chill out, but I was like, nah. I'm like, nah, relax, shorty. We on the up right now. We on the
this
up
is
right now. So
this is getting him. This is grabbing time. This
facts.
is getting him all the time. Pause.
So
Um,
yeah, I mean, everybody that we've been super live today. Everybody in the chat, so that's
yep.
definitely
We
appreciated for
appreciate that.
sure.
Keep that rolling.
This is what we want. You know what I mean? We're doing this on the fly. Our show's unscripted. Obviously, we discuss what we're going to discuss, but
Yeah.
you guys ask these questions or make these statements, and we just roll with
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? So
Keep them
that's
coming.
super
Mm-hmm.
appreciated. We love y'all for real. Can't thank y'all
Facts.
enough. And we got Celtic City in a couple minutes at 9 p.m. So I know we're probably
Yep.
going to lose some people. So I think that's a good way to
Yeah.
cut us off.
Yeah. Oh, one
I'll
other
finish
thing.
by
Oh, good.
I'll finish by saying what I always say. Um, it is almost impossible to be alive
It is.
by
It's
the
getting
numbers.
hotter and hotter each day.
By the numbers, it's almost impossible to be alive. So just remember that. You got to be here. Be present. Be in the moment. Appreciate it. It's fucking amazing. Whatever you're going through is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Get through it.
Mm-hmm. You
Get
got
the
the people. You got us in your
get
corner.
at the top. There's no top. There's no top of the mountain. Just keep climbing. It's just more adrenaline getting built up.
I 1,000% agree with that. Um, Real quick for the pod too, we acknowledge and understand that when we do post on this, when we go live on Instagram, sometimes the videos have an audio issue. Um, we want to interact with y'all, so we're going to keep doing these, and we're going to get it fixed. But for the meantime, just kind of roll with us on that. We really want to make you guys a part of the show, and
Facts.
we've seen that there's a lot of interaction on Instagram, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, just roll with us. I know
That's
there's a lot of people
yeah.
I've
That's what
talked
we're
to
trying to
about it,
do.
and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, I hear it, but I still watch, I
Yeah.
still listen. So we
Right.
appreciate you. We'll
Just
get
trying to
that.
separate ourselves in this obviously
Yeah,
oversaturated. We're really
yeah,
trying to do this to do it. We're not trying to do it just to, for clout or nothing
yeah,
like that. Obviously, this kind of changes the trajectory of separating ourselves from normal talk. People go live and they just have people talking to each other.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But we're
But we
trying
want to talk to
to
you.
make we're trying to make it different. You know what I mean? Be live and interact with individuals.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, the more people, the better,
Yep.
obviously. And
And as always, if you missed it tonight, we understand you guys have lives, and to put aside some time for us. We appreciate that. But if you missed any part, it'll get posted to YouTube either tonight or early tomorrow, and you get to watch the full episode there.
all these
Um,
save on our page. So even
yeah,
if you stay on, obviously, you know what I
it'll
mean. A
be on
view is a
Instagram
view is
too.
a view.
So we appreciate every single one of y'all. We got some, like we said, we got some big stuff in the works, and once we're able to release some of it, we're going to be really, really rolling here. But we're working every day to try and bring you the best content that we can, because one day our goal is to be doing this for a profession,
Big
for our jobs,
time.
waking up, and this is what we do instead of what we're doing at the moment. So love y'all. Like Derek said, it's literally impossible to be alive, but keep tregging, keep grinding. Um, Shout out to my nephew real quick too, down in North Carolina, ripping it up on the baseball field.
Oh yeah.
I love you, buddy. Um, Keep killing it. You are gonna make it. You just head down, keep grinding, man. So proud of you for what you've done, and yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll see me pop up once, once or twice at a game. But yeah, good luck. I think he's got a game Wednesday. So good luck on that. If we, somehow don't come on here until then, which we
Oh
won't,
yeah.
because there's gonna be more news. But good luck, bud. Love you.
Let's
So,
get it.
let's
All
go. All
right,
right,
y'all.
9 o'clock.
Peace and love.
We're off to watch Celtic City. Love you guys. We'll see you when Cooper Cup becomes a Patriot.
Oh yeah.
Peace.